So I'm going to show you how I created the wall art kit that was included in the August kit of the month, Sunshine. So I used the acrylic in Real Brown, the acrylic Deco Art Americana in Antique White, and then the crackle medium made by Folk Art. So I did the Real Brown first, and I did go ahead and paint the front and the back of each of the pieces. I did use a heat gun to dry that so it would dry faster, and that worked out fine. Just be careful, make sure you don't get the gun too close to the paint so it doesn't bubble. And I made sure I did the edges too, just so we had the finished look on the entire piece from the front and the back. So the only thing I could suggest after I've gotten this one done is before you decorate the front, you might want to go ahead and add your wall hanger to the back of the piece while it's still flat, and it's going to be easy to attach. And that's something that's not included, so if that's something you want to do, you'll need to do that on your own beforehand. Another possibility is just use some twine to hang it, and you could attach the twine to the two back brackets, tie it on there, and then attach the pieces to the back would be another option. Or just leave it as is and put it in a stand. So this is the crackle medium, and I'm putting a layer of that on the front of the three pieces. I did hit this with the heat gun too, and that did fine. Just like I said, be careful, don't get too close and get it to bubbling up. Once that is dry, so you can let it air dry too if you would like, but once it's dry, you'll go ahead and add the top coat. And for me, that was going to be the antique white. So my thought is this is going to be your color you see the most of, and then that dark base coat is what's going to show through the crackles. And you can see it's already starting to do that. So once this is dry, we're going to go ahead and use 3D gloss gel to attach the two pieces to the back, and that's what's going to hold the whole thing together there. And I made sure I had a little space in between the pieces. That way it kind of looked like a palette sign, and that was on purpose. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start setting up the flower cluster here. And this was included in the kit as well, so I'm just using what was there. I did take some of the white flowers that were in the main kit and then used some Lindy's to change the color of those flowers so they kind of matched more with the color theme I had going on. That was a Buccaneer blue if anybody wants to know that. Okay, now I'm using 3D gloss gel again just to set up the entire flower cluster here. And the cool thing about using that is you can move things around a little bit still before it dries and kind of get things exactly like you like them. I usually like to use hot melt, but I wanted to give this a shot. And it worked out fine because I did want to move some of the flowers around a bit after I'd added them on. So those are the flowers that were altered, those brownish ones there. And after I get all of those attached on, we're going to do some pearls. And on the title, I just left that bare. I thought that looked fine with this, but you could go ahead and alter that with some paints or embossing powders, whatever you would like. And just some random pearls attached throughout just to fill in some spaces. So kind of just some filler there. All right, and then I did cut apart that flower spray and stick those little blue flowers in as well. Decided I need a little bit more in there. And there we go. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just attach a couple of twine bows, the jute twine, in the flower clusters for a little bit, kind of tie those clusters into the piece in the middle that's already got the twine. But that's it. It's all done now. Love how it turned out. Can't wait to see what you guys do with yours. Get those posted on the Swirlydoos forum so we can see those. Happy scrapping.